Hi Taurus, welcome to your reading. If you're new to the channel, I do timeless videos, which means that whenever you find this video is when you're meant to hear the messages that are within it. And in case you end up subscribing, I upload my new Taurus videos along with the new Scorpio videos on Tuesdays. And the deck that I'm using today is called the Mystical Manga Tarot. And as always, if you guys are interested in a personal reading, the link is in the description. So just as a heads up, usually the cards in this deck like to flip over while I'm shuffling, but they don't pop out. And usually I'll only really take them if they pop out like that. I'm going to go ahead and take these ones. And even this one, because it almost fell out as well. Usually that doesn't really happen. But the goal here is to get 8 cards. So I'm just going to see if I can get one more card pulled, and then we can get started on your reading. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and take both of these cards that came out. So, you have, as your overall energy, the Ten of Pentacles. Right here. And the Ten of Pentacles talks about, I like to call it my happy wife, happy life card. So for a lot of you guys, you might be dealing with maybe higher level relationships, or maybe there's sort of this this sort of feeling of wanting more, just because the Ten of Pentacles always talks about, you know, stability in the home or happiness in the home. I'm looking at the depiction in this particular deck, and I see a child. And I see 2 people, and they all look like a happy family. So definitely for some of you, you're getting that theme of wanting to build something with someone. But moving into sort of your reading proper, I do see the Moon card, which is very interesting. And just like very quickly, there's the Moon card as well as the Justice card, which both of those major arcana represent Pisces and Libra respectively. So for some of you guys, you might be dealing with a Pisces or a Libra, but that's just extra confirmation for you guys. I do want to see, or rather I do want to say that I see a lot of people here, right? I see the Knight of Swords, the Page of Coins or Pentacles, the Queen of Cups, and the Queen of Swords. And those are all different suits. Oh, and the Queen of Wands, right? So you have all 4 suits. So I think it's very interesting to me. I think that partially that means that you are being viewed this way. So you're being viewed as the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Cups, and the Queen of Swords, sort of like an amalgamation of all those qualities. And the Queen of Swords is very intelligent. She's very business savvy. She's a little quick to cut people off and a little harsh with her tongue sometimes. But a big characteristic of her is that she's willing to fight, because you know, she's been through the ringer plenty of times, so she's not afraid to fight. Also, I'm noticing just now, I actually hadn't noticed this before, but all the breasts on these queens are very pronounced. So I might be getting the fact that this person really admires your breasts. But that's just for some of you, I feel. But like I was saying, describing the queens, the Queen of Cups is very very emotionally warm. So whereas the Queen of Swords is very intellectual, the Queen of Wands is very emotional. Or rather, the Queen of Swords... Sorry, I'm getting my queens mixed up. The Queen of Swords is very intellectual, and the Queen of Cups is very emotional, right? So the Queen of Cups has a lot of emotional intelligence. She's able to identify feelings in other people. She's able to be in touch with her emotions without letting them control her. She is able to, I feel like, compromise in a lot of ways and empathize with people, regardless of if she knows firsthand what the experience is like or not. And she's also very introspective in that regard. So she's very warm and caring and nurturing. And then you have the Queen of Wands, which is very passionate, fiery. So whereas the Queen of Swords is the Queen of Intelligence like mental intelligence, and then the Queen of Cups is sort of emotional intelligence, the Queen of Wands is very passionate. So that's like a realm that not a lot of people like to explore a lot, but she doesn't do things out of necessity or out of just going through the motion. She does things because she genuinely cares about them. And the Queen of Wands are very excitable sometimes. They're also very confrontational, like the Queen of Swords, but they're also very independent, fiercely independent, very warrior princess type. So those are all qualities that I think are being viewed in you right now. So this person is obviously looking towards you, or looking at you very favorably. And there's this moon card here, which tells me that they're not being exactly honest about it. I feel like they haven't particularly told you. And that's why you have this Knight of Swords and this Page of Cups, or rather Page of Coins, because these two cards talk about moving forward with a message. So it almost feels like they're trying to formulate this sort of message to come forward to you, but they haven't told you about it yet. Especially with this moon, because that of the presence of this moon card, basically. With the moon card, I do want to recommend to you guys, like, pay attention to your dreams. Definitely now might be a time that you're getting sort of intuitive pings on what's going on. The moon card is a very intuitive card. And it's really weird to me because you have the moon card, but then you also have the Magician in reverse, which, you know, the Magician upright is very good at manifesting things, but it almost feels like because the Magician is in reverse now, it sort of reeks of not being able to quite manifest what you want. But I don't think it's you. I think it's them. I feel like they're trying to put up a facade, because I'm looking at this Magician and he's very cool, calm, and collected in this depiction, but it almost feels like, you know, they come in person and then their words get mixed up. They like try to say something really smooth, but then it comes out kind of weird and you're like, that didn't impress me. And I feel like that's where they're at. And it's almost like they're more smoke and mirrors right now than they are like genuinely impressing you. But I feel like you see right through it, and that's why this magician is in reverse. Especially because you have like the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Cups. Like the Queen of Swords knows on an intellectual level that what he's saying doesn't make sense. What the Magician in reverse doesn't make sense. The Queen of Cups knows on a emotional level that what he's doing doesn't quite line up. And the Queen of Wands on sort of like an investment level, I don't know really what to call it, but like on a level of like passion about caring about something, knows that a person wouldn't like invest this much time or put this much effort if they weren't like truly invested in what's going on. So it almost feels like this person is trying to give off this facade that they're not really terribly attached, when in reality they're looking at this 10 of coins like, when can we have this? Almost, it's almost like, I don't want to say that they're like planning out their marriage in their head or anything, but it really does feel like this person is like, oh man, what if? And especially here with this Tower card, because the Tower talks about crumbling things that are built on an unstable foundation, right? And I'm looking at this particular Tower card, and you know, it's opened, but it looks like it was made that way on purpose. So I feel like this person might be someone who's more concerned with flair than they really are like this actual stability, and that's why they've sort of taken a step back and they're like, whoa, you've like actually worried about things that are important, and I want to be more like that. And with this Justice card, I feel like both of you have been sort of hurt in the past, maybe by other relationships. So it really does feel like for some of you, they're trying to like even this out. They're like, I want this 10 of Pentacles, and I think you do too. Let's get it together, maybe? And I haven't mentioned this, but like I'm looking at this Moon card, and she has a lobster that's sort of clinging onto her waist. So that to me feels like they have like a pinch or like an itch that they're trying to like get rid of by being together with you, but it's almost like they're not telling you about any of this. Even though they want to come forward like this Page of Coins, which talks about stability, and this Knight of Swords that's saying, oh, but we just make so much sense together. Like, they're trying to be this Magician card, but I feel like you see right through it. I feel like you know that you know how this person feels, and you're sort of like, I feel like you're 2 steps ahead. But in the end, I think it's up to you whether or not you want to sort of accept this person or take them up on their offer or whatever. But yeah, that was your reading for this time around, Taurus. If you enjoyed, please consider leaving a like or a comment, because it really helps out the channel. And I personally really like to know if these readings resonate with you guys. But like I said before, I upload my new Taurus videos on Tuesdays. But in the meantime, you guys are more than welcome to watch any of my other timeless readings. And with that, I hope to see you guys next time.